Are you sure we want to hear this?
What's that?
Are you sure we want to hear this?
Well, it's a good story.
Oh, okay. I was a little concerned when you said last night.
My son, I talk a lot about him, but he is interested in getting into financial planning or becoming a CPA. He hasn't quite decided yet, but I told him the smartest thing that you can do is get an internship. And we all have connections, right? Um,
Right.
so one of my connections used to be a CNBC news reporter, and his name was Simon Hobbs. And Simon Hobbs was on CNBC for about 9 years or so. And he almost joined this Google class, by the way. He's a financial planner, and now he no longer does CNBC, but he started his own financial planning firm. So I asked him if he could give some pointers to my son, and I was just asking him about internships at CNBC, and this was at I think like 8 o'clock last night, and I'm gonna read to you um, what he said. And I said, hey, Simon, it's Fred Solomon. How's it going? I just was interested in doing a little internship with having my son do a little internship with CNBC, or I suggested it to him. I should say he's a pretty remarkable kid. He's got a YouTube channel. He invests his own money that he makes from his YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. And he's read the book, The Intelligent Investor, which I'm sure you're familiar with. That's Warren Buffett's go-to investment book, and he's read it 2 times, and it's 640 pages. And my son pays attention to all the podcasts and on financial investing. And I just said, does CNBC have a studio out here in LA? And do you have any contacts that you could refer to me? And he goes, hey there, Fred. No, CNBC does not have a studio in LA. It has a camera point for a single reporter, and it used to have a couple satellite trucks from NBC, a relationship that's about to sever, but they're being spun off. So it's a small operation in LA, and there is a small operation in San Francisco, but it's not nuts and bolts investing. It's a Silicon Valley focus. Cable TV is dying. So he just goes through this whole explanation with me. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because the end result was I said, thank you for your response. I really appreciate it coming from you with your experience level. I will read your response closely. And he goes, you're welcome. You're lucky. He's lucky to have a dad like you because all we care, all that matters is that we care. We care about our clients, we care about our family, we care about what we care about. And by showing people others that you care, people don't care about you until they know how much you care about them, right? And so by showing others that you care, whatever it is that you care about, your passions in life, right? My passions are whatever my passions are, and your passions are whatever your passions are. But to express those things on social media and to express those things to people that you know that you're asking a favor for, they will only want to help you. They will go out of their way to help you. And so my suggestion to people is if you want something done, don't be afraid to ask questions for from people that you know, like, and trust, and don't be afraid to express your feelings and tell them, hey, send them a message that takes a minute to read and see how they respond to you because people will go out of their way to help you if they like you. That's what people will do. And so I'm sharing that because that was nice of Simon to respond and give me so much good information that I passed on to my son. But you know what his recommendation was for kids that are interested in getting involved with financial planning and investing? He said, he said, get into a trading firm, go to the banks, the hedge funds, like the Black Rocks of the world, right? That's the biggest hedge fund out there, and go to people that write books and have podcasts and get involved and ask if you can help assist. And I'm like, and he says, you need to position your son for the future that is unfolding now. So that's really good advice, and that's what life is about, giving and getting advice from people that you trust, and then sharing that information. And I am going to share that on social media. I'm not going to use his name because I didn't ask permission to do that, but I'm going to share his response from a CNBC news reporter that was on that TV station for 9 years. So I'm sharing this story with you guys this morning because I really think it's important to take advantage of your network and know what your clients do, know how you can benefit them, and know how they can benefit you just by being helpful and showing that you care. Those are very important things that I learned from this conversation. Now, I already knew those things, but it's just bringing it to the surface. It's bringing it top of mind, and it's something that was really nice of him to take the time to share with me some really good insight. So, anyways, I'm done talking about that. Good morning, everybody. Matt, how's it going? Gina, did you have anything that you wanted to talk about this morning?
Not really, just the reminder that the Google Guarantee Program is going away as of October 20th, which you already brought up last week, but just a reminder on that. I know I'm working with some people on getting the verification and getting that done prior to October 20th. So, because then you're grandfathered in with it. And I don't know if that's going to really mean a whole lot, right? But why not do it? It's free. Just get it done. And it looks like from everything, all the alerts I've been getting from Google, it's just going to be the one check mark. So it's just going to be the one blue, verified check mark. Everything's just going to roll into one instead of all these different layers they've had set up with different, parts of the program and so on. They're trying to condense it, make it easier, and that's why they're doing this. So.
Nice. Yeah, we were looking at my Google Guarantee profile a couple weeks back, and it right at the top, it in red letters. Well, maybe I can share my screen right now and show you what it says. But right at the top in red letters, it says that the check mark, if you want to get Google verified, you got to do it before October 20th. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know this. Let me pull that up real quick because I just want to show everybody that it's important to take a look at and consider doing this, because as Gina just said, it's free. And if you ever decide to, start doing ads on Google, this is a very inexpensive entry point. We know Nick Bravo was talking about Google ads on a much more sophisticated level and helping a body shop and what he did and how many calls and how much business he got this body shop within a 30-day period, 41 new customers just from doing Google ads and spending about $10,000 to do that. Pretty impressive. So I'm going to pull this up as soon as I find it on my computer here, because I have the tab. I just have to find out where the heck I saved it. But anyways,
the interesting thing is to do the ads. They're still doing that verification process, where you provide your business license, your insurance, and all of that, and then they do a background check on you. Yes. But they're not really giving any extra accolades or anything anymore as of October 20th for people that do that. You know what I mean? But I guess maybe until they have you a background check done and you verified and all that, they won't let you do ads. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that piece out. So I'll get back to you guys on that. But it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? To get verified on the group for your Google business page, it's just showing your location and, all that you guys already went through. But then for the Google to be verified for the Google Guarantee Program was another level where you had to actually show business licenses, insurance, and get a background check, or have them, they're going to do a background check. So, but now they're rolling it all into one. So I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see how this unfolds, you know?
Well, here's the note that I got on my Google guarantee program, and you can see I'm highlighting it here and I'm sharing my screen. And it says on October 20th, 2025, the Google guarantee Google screen and licensed verified by Google badges will be discontinued. However, if your verification is complete before that, you will automatically receive the new Google verified badge. I think that could only help your Google business profile if you have that. And basically right now they have this green check right here that I'm pointing at so I'm good to go on mine, and I think everybody should get this, especially if you have a Google business profile. So anyways, that's all we have to say about that. And I think it's important that you should do that. And it is a little bit of a tedious process. You got to go through all these steps here. So it took me about 30 days to do it. But because there's a lot of back and forth. And then here's the phone number right here. Need help from our experts. You call this number right here, 844-263-9884. Remember last week I was trying to find that number?
I know, right? Well, they're putting it on all of their stuff now because I'm working with Daniel on that. And we ran into a couple of little hiccups and he called that number. So,
Last week they didn't have that number.
I know they added it now though. So I guess it's the big push till the 20th, right? So they put that number. Yeah.
So that's
You're right.
But
Mhm.
last week we were just dealing with contacts us through this form, and you click on this form, and like that's the same one that they have for the Google Business Profile customer service, and that was about as good for nothing.
Mhm.
But now it looks like you can call this number right here under the business verification thing right here, and the numbers right here. So this number, I've gotten stuff accomplished. I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'm gonna take a picture because I may not be able to find that thing again. And I don't want to lose this number because I remember I could get stuff done with that.
Daniel, how long did you sit on the phone to get through to them? I'm not sure if you're listening, but I think I see you on the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. I'm here. I was on hold and for about 5 minutes and then they disconnected me, but that probably was within one of the 1 or 2 first days that that number was available. So maybe they were trying to work out some bugs on that end too. With all that
Yeah.
being said, I might call that number again today to, drill down on some of the issues we were talking about.
Yeah.
Well, as we were talking, it's a good idea to do it. And so everybody's been notified, and we suggest that you do it. And hopefully you guys will. And if you do, let us know the painful process that you're dealing with. But
One thing I'd like to throw out there is a lot of times we think we're doing it for us, and what difference does it make to us if, the check mark's all going to be blue now instead of a blue one and a green one? Well, who cares? And how will the clients know? But here's the underlying factor everybody needs to think about. It's not about what the clients see with that part of it. It's about what Google knows about you. It's about the backside, the background. It's Google knows that you've had a background check and you've provided your insurance and you've done all these extra steps. So keep that in mind, because remember, in the end, Google and their AI bots decide who they show you to. They decide. You just got to do your homework and they decide.
interesting. So yeah, so there's more than one reason to do it. So highly recommend it. And if you need any help with that, I'm sure you can reach out to Gina or call that number. And Gina does charge for her time, but that number, you can sit on hold and figure it out. And I figured it out. You just got to be patient and you got to do it. So, okay. Let's take a look at some people's profiles. Who's been working on their profile? Let me know. who's been doing updates on their profile? I have.
I've been better at it over the last couple of weeks than I was for a while.
Okay, so let's take a look at yours. Soul Autism, right? Is that what
Soul of Autism Mastermind.
Soul of Autism?
And Michelle, I'm just curious, what gave you the motivation to do more of late than you were doing? Like what made
Um,
you? Mhm.
Coming here, I come here especially when I'm not doing well because I just need that push, that reminder. Well, and I guess the I've really come to a point where I really want to get this business off the ground. And I met with the Women Business Organization, which is sort of like a female-centric score.
Mhm.
And every time I talk to somebody about what I'm doing, they're like, "Oh my God, that's a great idea." So I just really need to make a decision to move forward. And my partner Robin was with me. We went to meet with this woman for the Legal Shield business, the employee benefits. And I'm going to reach out to all of you based on what Fred said to see if you can give me some referrals for employee benefits. But that was not the right venue for the Legal Shield. So I got into autism. And when we walked away, my partner Robin said, "I have never seen you so passionate about anything." And so I realized I've got to do this. So I'm starting to up my game again in this world. And so that's why. But I always come here, especially when I'm not doing well, because I need to be reminded to do well.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. I was just
That's
curious.
that's
I have a
very good.
question.
Go ahead, Gina.
No, I have
I
a
think it
question, Scott.
was, yeah, it's Scott. Mhm.
How do you monetize your business? How does it work? Give us the 911 on what you do.
Right now, it's a thought. I did a beta test with about 12 parents in last year, and it was very successful. But right now, it is just simply a concept. And all I have is my Google page and my Facebook page. I do have an autism dad that I've known for many, many years who's helping me with my website. Um, but that's it. It's just an idea, and I'm really eager to make it a reality now.
So,
Okay, so if you had to share the
What's the
idea in
idea?
a, yeah, I was just gonna say in a 1 minute elevator speech, so they say, how would you share the idea with somebody that you just met?
Parents and caretakers of autistic and neurodivergent children and adults are facing even more unique challenges these days when it comes to education and finances. We can't necessarily change a lot of what's happening, but we can help empower parents through the Soul of Autism Mastermind so that parents can come together to problem solve whatever their challenges are together. Instead of me, the professional, talking at parents, I'm here to facilitate parents' empowerment, empowering each other to success.
did you read that?
No, I just can't, it just came out of my head.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought she
Okay.
was reading too. I thought she
Yeah.
was
You know
reading.
what, Michelle? We're recording this. You should write that down as your description for your business. That was really good.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
See, my passion flows.
Yeah, no, I swear to God, I thought you were reading something.
Nope.
That that is phenomenal, Michelle. I know, and I really have I think you're one of the greatest people that I know. I mean, I'm not just saying that because you're in this group, but you are one of the warmest people I know. You are such a warm person. Like, it is impossible not to like you. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
I mean, you are so sweet. And I truly mean that about you. I mean, every time I see you, you're just one big hug. And
Oh, thank
that's
you.
like,
Oh.
who is like that also is Scott. Scott's like that too. He's a pretty warm person as well. So I really like to help people like that. So here's what I think you should do with what you just said. What I think you should do is take that description, listen to the recording. What time is it right now? It's 8:25. So about 20 minutes into the recording, find where you said that and transcribe that word for word and put that in your description of everything that you do. Because I'm looking at your Google business profile right now, right? And it says applied behavioral analysis therapist in Cathedral City. Okay, but it doesn't really tell us what you do.
Right.
So we need to, and that's why Scott asked that question. Like, give us the 911. And then Gina made you clarify it, saying, give us your 1 minute elevator pitch. Right. And then you did it. And I'm like, I thought she was reading something off like a postcard or some type of advertisement that you had. I thought you grabbed it and started reading it.
No, that was just random out of my head.
Well, okay,
Wow.
that was very good. That was very good. And you can take that once you type that out, you can take that, upload it to ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, make this better, right?
hmm
Simplify this, or whatever the case may be. And then take a look at what ChatGPT writes for you, and then take a look at what you wrote yourself without uploading it to ChatGPT, and then use that as your description. And then that's what you're going out promoting. That's what you need to promote. And you
You know,
need
the
to,
other thing, Fred, it would be the podcast that your son did quite a few months back already. You know, when that podcast software first came out and you could look like you're doing a podcast with somebody. So there's
Yeah.
an interviewer and an interviewee, but it's all just done with AI, taking this information, like you said, and placing it in there. The podcast gets done for you as if you were really doing it. It's amazing. And you know, Michelle, we talked about you putting a video like on your website when it first pops up to just, you know, just say what you're doing like this. But you could do it in the format that Fred's son had done it in the podcast format, because people always love it when there's an interviewer and an interviewee. That's the best way to promote your, instead of you just sitting there saying what you do, right?
Mhm.
Now it looks like you're having an interview.
yeah. And
Wow.
that's called Notebook LM. And, once you get like, what would be helpful is to go to these Facebook groups, right? These autism Facebook groups, go in there and say, "Hey, look, I'm a teacher, a previous teacher for what is it?
Autism,
Special needs,
neurodivergent.
special needs, right?
I like the word neurodivergent, but not everybody understands it. So yeah, uh, n- um, special needs would be
Right.
mm,
Okay,
Here,
whatever.
here's the thing, Michelle. When you say neurodivergent, those that know what it means are your customers. Special needs is too broad.
Oh, good point. Thank you.
Well, I think in order for people to find you, they're going to type in special needs on Google, but if someone knows neurodivergent, then I think they're more likely to be a client faster than someone who types in the word special needs. Who knows? Who knows? But
I could do autistic and neurodivergent because people know autism.
yeah. So you want to join those groups. That's what you want to do. You want to join those Facebook groups and you want to talk to the person that's in charge of the Facebook group and let them know that you can do a 30-minute talk about what parents with autistic children need to know. And then take that interview and then upload it to YouTube, then get it transcribed, then do exactly what we did last with our little workshop that we did, and then my son can help you with that Notebook LM, and you can really turn that into something phenomenal. And you're going to be blown away when you hear your own words being used in the podcast interview, along with charts and all the stuff that this Notebook LM software can do. It's
Wow.
it's phenomenal. And
Okay.
you're onto something, but again, you got to reach out to groups where you can go speak and provide knowledge, record it, and take the content from what you record and then upload that to YouTube. YouTube transcribes it. Then take the transcription and upload that to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to summarize it. Then take the summary and then upload that to Notebook LM, which is what my son did for me, and turns it into a phenomenal presentation that we played
Oh,
on this on our Zoom class. So
yeah, I still need to get that from you. I'll reach out to you personally.
so there is so much you can do, Michelle, and
Okay.
the resources are at your fingertips here in this group.
Wow.
I
Hey,
mean,
can I ask a question?
yeah,
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, I think we should rename this group Advertising Anonymous. You come every week to figure out what you need to do to get through the next week for advertising. I'm just kind of kidding, but I honestly think we should help Michelle and jump in where our strengths are. I'd love to talk to you, Michelle. Give me a call afterwards. I can give you my phone number. You get it from Fred. Um,
And what you are,
and
I just see it was iPhone. What's your name?
his name is Scott.
95 Scott 951-640-3890. Because
Okay.
Gina and I just learned a website program. You personally could build a website in one day, and it's called READDY.ai.
Ready.ai.
Mhm.
Ready.ai, but it's got two D's in it.
Oh,
R
Just
E
go in
A
there,
R E A.
READD. I don't know, is it EY?
No, just why?
Okay, READDY.ai. You get two websites for free, and then the rest of them you pay, and it's cheap. But I built a website for a guy with the help of my assistant in like one day. And it was
wow.
like,
Wow.
I don't know,
Here it is
10,
right here
20 pages long.
it's on the screen
Wow.
right here.
And keep in mind, guys, you don't need to just build a website here. But if you want, say, a landing page, really all a landing page is for any given product, if you want to separate out your products or your services or what you offer or do a certain promotion, a landing page is basically just a one-page website. So this thing could build you a landing page in like less than 5 minutes. You just got to make sure, remember, anything with AI, the prompts that go in are going to affect the quality of the product you get back. So be sure that when you put in prompts, when you're using AI on any given day, you want to give it as much information, as much detailed information as you possibly can. And that's how you get the best creation back.
Hey, Fred, if you want to go to look at that website we built, go to voteforgaryclifford.com.
Vote.
Vote for GaryClifford.com.
GaryClifford.
Yes.
All right, here it is. Oh, that's your doc right there.
Yes, sir.
I recognize your
Free
boat
assets.
right there on the right, on the first slot. That's Scott's
Yep.
boat right there.
That's it.
Yeah. So that's nice.
So here's the thing. It's speed to market, right? This is a 1 month election. Nobody has it. Nobody has a website except for us. And today I'm going to do a lookalike audience for Facebook. So
oh,
we can take the list that we harvested through Daniel's contact and improve upon that and get a lookalike audience because everybody who's on Facebook up here, it's in the know, is up here. So if I take that audience who is local people up here that live up here and put it on Facebook, I should be able to get a huge audience. And then I also did sponsored ads. I boosted them because I couldn't figure out how to do a advertising yet from where I was on my phone yesterday. So I've been boosting stuff. I've been posting to groups.
Facebook groups.
Yeah, the ones up here that I know about. I don't have to pay for the
Yep.
advertising, just like Michelle needs to do. So as far as the information getting out, we're crushing it. Now, Whether they want this guy, that's not up to me. But I'm sticking it under their nose, so they got to read it.
Well, you know what I would do is have a town hall meeting and uh, go rent out a location and tell him to go speak his political views at a town hall meeting and have people show up and promote the town hall meeting location and time. And that's what
I love it.
I think you should do that so they can come, just say, come meet Gary Clifford or come, come here, what his plans are for Lake Arrowhead,
I
and
love it. I love it. Thank you for that. We'll put it on Notebook LM when we're done and put it out there to podcast.
absolutely. And that would be huge to do that. That would be so smart if you did that.
Hey Fred, can I offer a suggestion
Yeah, of course, of course. This is for everybody.
for Michelle's business specifically? Um, so the fastest way to scale your business and company, Michelle, is by collaboration, and leverage. So for instance, these are all marketing experts here and brainstorming and learning from them like this so very quickly. I know Scott probably would agree with this, has grown what we understand and what we know about marketing. So please forgive, my ignorance in regards to um, autism and neurodivergent disabilities here, but there's a guy that I'm friends with on Facebook. I believe his last name is Burgess, John Burgess from the United Cerebral Palsy of Inland Empire.
Oh, that's Rebecca Rizzo's boss.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I know him.
okay, so that group is always putting on functions. They're always visible on Facebook. I had the chance to chat with John for about 5 minutes at the 5K run there. Um, so I know that's a little bit different, what those kids are dealing with in regards to what your specialty is, Michelle. But I would be reaching out to John and kind of approaching him. How can I bring value to you? Who do you know? This is my specialty. This is what I do. What other groups, functions, leaders, nonprofits are you aware of that I can help? And then just immerse yourself in there. And knowing guys like him will very quickly increase like your circle and your influence and your ability to be able to help and serve others.
And
Yes,
another,
actually, I know him very, very well. He's
Oh,
an
good.
amazing man.
Good.
I volunteer for the United Cerebral Palsy, and they're even one of my clients for legal.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, but thank you for that. That reminds me, I need to call him today. Thank you.
Perfect.
another good one is,
And then throwing it into, AI is so valuable. Just
right.
asking that question is I want this is what I do. This is what I want to scale my business to. What customers and who should I be reaching out to? And it'll probably get you a list of 10 different people you never would have thought of. So lean on that as much as you can.
So
Yes.
two important things for you, Michelle, that I just thought of while Daniel was talking. Number one is go talk to Mario Hernandez, and
Uh-huh.
he'll probably feature you at one of his luncheons. I would almost guarantee it. And number two, go to hunter.io and talk to the main people at these autism. I remember I introduced you to my client's wife. Well, I
Yes.
sold their house in Fountain Valley, and I worked with the husband, and he sadly passed away. But their kid has autism, and he had they I forget what else, but it was a severe case. And anyways, Jackie Kersey is the head of the OC Regional Center, and I gave you her number, and she told you to reach out to her.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. So those are people, just say, hey, can I come speak at one of your events? Just say we should put on an event, and I'm a, special ed or, whatever the proper wording is that you would like to use. Um, and I've dealt with this for 30 or 40 years, and I can give some parents some really good insight on what to do.
Yeah.
So use your contacts that you've already been given, and think, what can you do with these people to help you get your message out there to a broader range of people. But
Okay.
I know Jackie will help you. She's a good lady.
Okay.
And I gave you her cell phone number. I even asked her, is it okay to give her your cell phone number? And she said, yes. So, just use my name, Fred Solomon. That she knows me very well. And these are all contacts that I have. Like I know John, only because Rebecca Rizzo is a good friend of mine, and Rebecca Rizzo's boss, who she doesn't work there anymore, but Rebecca Rizzo's boss was John, and I met him a few times. I haven't heard the best things about him, but that's a whole nother story. That's only one. That's from one person, right?
About John?
I scratch that. I shouldn't even have said that. But anyways, point being is that use your contacts. Use your
Mhm.
contacts.
Okay.
And how can you use those contacts to be helpful? Well, I have an idea. Do a seminar, and just say, hey, autistic moms, autistic fathers, are you having problems with your annual report, your IEP, right? The annual IEP,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a good resource for you. I can tell you what to do. I can tell you what to say. I can tell you how to get more services approved. That might
Yeah.
be helpful. That might be helpful for parents. Do you think they would show up to an event like that where, they don't think their kids are getting enough services and they have attorneys at these meetings?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, try that.
Okay, thank you for that. I'll try again to reach out to Jackie.
Yeah, there's some good information in there for you.
Yeah.
So, who else wants us to give them some ideas? Not everybody's has something to say. Well, let's take a look at some people's profiles. Who's been doing the updates? Anybody else been doing the updates? Let's take a look.
So while we're doing that, Fred, I just want to just mention, I don't think that everybody was on the call earlier when you were talking about Eddie, and I don't, I'm guessing everybody that's on here is pretty much the core group. So if you remember, Eddie had the auto body shop, and we were discussing what the name should be and of it, and he was branding everything, and we were working on that. And I don't know, Scott probably knows more details, or maybe Fred, but he passed away a couple nights ago, I guess. We just got the news. I got the news
Oh my
yesterday. I don't know.
God.
Yeah, he was what, in his early 30s, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was talking to him about buying a house, and he was telling me his family goals and what he wants, and what area he wants to live in so his kids, can go to good schools, and he was just a passionate guy, and it's very sad. So I got to know him a little bit, and I knew his weight loss journey. He had a weight problem and lost a lot of weight, and um, he's it's sad that what happens to people, right? It's just sad.
Yeah,
And
I just found out yesterday too. It's sad because he was on this call and he was on another call that we would be on.
oh,
So
really? Oh,
yeah,
and did they told, so I heard that he died in his sleep. Is that nobody
that's
really knows?
yeah, that's what I
Okay.
heard. But knowing his health issues before, it could be a potential was a health issue. But
Mhm.
I mean, being an entrepreneur is mentally draining and it could also get to you. So who knows?
That
Yeah,
Oh my God,
absolutely.
that is so true. I mean, the stress that we deal with in life, right? If people would just get better at marketing their own businesses and get better and be focused on it and laser focused, just like trying to eat healthy or trying to lose weight or trying to, you know, get a good education and get a good job when you graduate college, which is what we as parents teach our kids, you know, go out and be successful in life. Well, let's let's work on ourselves first, right? Let's work on being good ourselves so that way we can give the kind of advice that people will listen to. Because if you're successful, guess what? People are going to listen to you even more closely. If
I
you
think I think we need to do a some type of speaking or panel on this because it's hard to, especially right now on social media, you see all the comparisons that people have, and you start to think about, what am I doing wrong? So not it really takes a toll on you.
Well, it's just like uh kids bashing each other, on social media, right? And then what does one kid do? Sadly, they commit suicide because it's too much. It's too overwhelming for them. They don't know how to handle it. And that's why I got my son into public speaking. That's why I got him into sports. And just because you get him into public speaking and just because you get him into sports doesn't mean that they're going to be the best kids ever. But one thing that I told my son, I said, and I meant this, I don't care what your grades are in school. What I care about is that you're a confident kid. You are going to be a confident kid. If that's the last thing that I do, before I leave this planet, I am going to make sure, because confident people are usually successful people. Well, how do you gain confidence? It's not like you can't just go buy, a bag of Fritos or a bag of confidence. You have to actually change your mindset. You have to do so much in order to become confident in life. And so, what do people do when they're growing up to become more confident as adults, right? And then what do people do as adults to become more confident as adults? Well, here's the first thing I think everybody should do. Go to what's that speaking organization? God, I can't.
Toastmasters,
Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Yeah.
What's
Get,
that?
yeah, get better at public speaking. Feel more comfortable talking in front of others, because the more passion that you have when you speak and the more confident that you are when you speak, guess what? It's going to attract people to you. And I've been off the radio for about 2 or 3 months, and I'm getting messages. I don't hear you on the radio anymore. I enjoyed listening to you every Sunday morning. Those are the messages I'm getting. And I because people like to come here and, like Michelle says, get motivated. Everything that I do is because I enjoy doing it, and I like what I'm doing, and I like being involved with this class, and I like learning, and I like the people that are in the class. I love what Scott's doing for me, with the Go High Level stuff, and I really appreciate that Gina, finally said yes to doing this class, because I had this idea 2 years ago, and we started, there was some delays because of Gina's situation. And finally I said, okay, Gina, I'm doing it with or without you. And she was on board. And so all it costs me is $15 a month to pay for Zoom. That's it. And here we are. We got some good people in this class, and people that I consider friends already. Gina, I already told her, come out to Palm Springs. I got an extra room at my house anytime you want. Michelle, I mean, I see her all the time. The first thing I do is give her a big hug. Daniel, took me out to play golfing a few months back with some big wigs from his, some contacts that he had. What were they, from a hedge fund? I forget. Weren't they, Daniel?
Yes, asset managers out of
Asset
Colorado.
Yeah, asset managers out of Colorado for some banks. I mean, and then Scott has taken me out on his boat, just I just like everybody, and I like connecting with people, and use your contacts to help others. And we all have contacts, and like, if Michelle says I need some contacts for autism, well, I actually happen to know the head of the Orange County Regional Center. I worked with her husband and I sold their house in Fountain Valley. So yeah, come on, we all know people in our circle. The more people we get in this circle, the more contacts we all have, and we're all here to help each other, right? That's what this is all about. So take advantage of what you learn and put it into action, and let's, like Juan said, what did Juan say? He wanted a panel of how to do, what was it exactly that you said, Juan? I want to remember.
No, I just said like maybe we should have maybe like a small conference on the mental health of a business owner, because I know a couple business owners that have taken their life for with just the stress they couldn't handle anymore.
Yeah. And I had uh I had something called anticipatory anxiety. I was dealing with that in around 2018. And so I'll just share my little story. And they wanted me to go to these classes, and I would go to these classes, and it was for mental health, and I'm like, am I in the right place? Like, is this how bad my problem is? Like, and then it gives you perspective, right? Like, and you hear everybody else and like, oh my God, well, okay, thank God I'm not as bad as that person. But then maybe
and all this stuff, right? And
you
I
don't.
still preach that till this day. But after
Okay. So our goal was to,
1,000 people, I've noticed this one thing. People just want fast results. Okay. So
I don't know who has that turned on or not, but anyways, I think it was Gina. I'm not sure. Was it you, Gina?
what I noticed is
Yeah, it was. Okay. So anyways, I think that's awesome. And I think what will help your mental health, as soon as I started making money again and my business became more profitable, 80 to 90% of what I was dealing with went flying out the window. Like, I was able to sleep at night. Things just got so much better. I was back in 2018. This was crazy, but I kept on worrying about how I was going to feel after my parents pass away. I was worried about it. Like, it was bothering me. And then my ex wouldn't let the dog sleep in the house, and we live in the desert and it's 115 degrees. And I would have anxiety because I felt so bad for my dogs that were outside in the heat, sleeping at night. So the first day that my ex left the house and moved out, I'm like, come on, guys, it's a party inside the house. And they haven't been outside except to go enjoy the pool. So, a lot of stuff just goes away by getting rid of your financial issues. And how do you get rid of your financial issues? You get rid of them by getting good at marketing. So you got to implement the stuff that we are talking about so you can get good at marketing, and we have the resources to help you with that. Like Gina, she's a great person to talk to. Nick Bravo, who shared with us, all the stuff that we talk about each and every week. If you get better at marketing and get better at making your phone ring, which is what we're all here to do, then a lot of that stress, a lot of those problems will go away, and the mental health will get better. So I like that topic. I think that's a really good topic, Juan, and I think we could get an expert on mental health to be a part of that. That would be a really good topic. I like it. So good suggestion. I'm gonna write that down. So, anyways, anything else that you guys need help on or have any questions about? We never know what we're going to talk about each and every week. We just try to help each other, right?
This is so awesome. I love this group. Thank you.
Oh,
And
you're
I know it's a project of the heart, Because you all, especially Gina and Fred, who started this, you might get clients out of it, but you do it because you love people and you want to help people. And if you get clients, that's just icing on the cake. And that's what makes the both of you amazing and this group just powerful.
Thank you, Michelle. You know, I look at it like actually the other way. It's like the clients that I have help me to understand and to research and to find better ways and to do things differently and to know all the latest and greatest things that are happening in marketing so we can share it with all of you. So it works really well.
Yeah. I do think that the people that are involved, if they have the right goals and the right motives, it's not to sell marketing services, it's to help you. Like this is my way of, like, I've spent a lot of money on my business. I know what works and what doesn't work. And if there was anything that I would be doing right now, which I am interested in doing, but not for specifically my business right now, but for other businesses, was to help other businesses grow and be involved in that. Kind of like what they do on Shark Tank, because we have the knowledge to help businesses grow. So that it's all in our heads. We're here every week. We listen. We know what to do. But I like that topic, mental health for business owners. That's a good topic. It's a really good topic. And I'm sure we could get some specialists who understand how to handle that mental health problem. Because, well, you know who was? Dan Pickle.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Pickle. We could have him talk about that
Oh yeah.
because he deals with it himself, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a great topic. Wow, Juan, you're onto something there. So thank you for that topic.
Bettard. Do you know who Peter Bettard is?
No, I don't. Who is that?
He's a writer and therapist out here. He kind of does the same thing as Dan. I invited him once to our meeting, but he's written some books that are just profound. I was talking to my friend yesterday about how his book is convergence therapy, and one of my friends is in a very abusive, toxic relationship, and she was so changed by his book, she actually got her partner to start reading it, and her partner's now in therapy.
And the partner was the one causing the problem
Oh,
for her?
yeah, mental and emotional, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing that the partner was even willing to read the book.
Well, when my friend Lynn finally said, I want a separation, it woke her up.
Oh, gotcha. Good.
But
Well,
that doesn't always work. But anyway, that's how powerful that book is. So you've got Dan and you've got Peter. So
well,
yeah, that's a
you can
great
get
idea.
both. You can get both of them.
Yeah.
I think that's an awesome idea, Juan. I really like that idea. Um,
Also, a certain percentage of business owners' stress is that they have neurodivergent children at home. I mean, that would be sort of a small little offshoot. But, it's not just the business stress, it's the home stress and the business stress that causes somebody, let's say, to just kill themselves.
yeah.
Handle it.
Well, because they don't think they can overcome it and they can't handle it. Well, I wouldn't even know. I haven't been in the mind of that person yet, but I'm sure the experts who have dealt with those people would have a better insight. Juan, you're in the construction business, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you post in the Facebook groups, for like the real estate Facebook groups and say, "Hey, I offer these services"?
I don't, only because my main focus right now is commercial in government work and telecom. But
Oh,
I that's one avenue that I'm gonna start going into more because of the cash flow. I get cash flow easier and faster with when I go residential.
so a thing that you can do is join the local real estate groups in your area and then promote the type of services that you offer and get videos and testimonials of some of your clients that you've done good work for, and go by their businesses. If you're driving by, just send them a text message and say, hey, could I come by and do a quick video with you, 60 seconds or less, what it was like doing business with me?
Mm,
And then
okay.
you know what you do is you post that on your Facebook wall. Like I've had this darn pinched nerve in my back for 3 weeks. I haven't been able to play pickleball, and I'm not depressed, but man, I really miss playing pickleball. It was just, I've been doing it for 2 years, and I want to share with you what I
Yeah,
posted.
yeah. I saw your post with the lady that helped you.
Yeah. And all I did, this lady right here, all I did was I talked to her about doing some marketing, right? Listen to this.
Hands of Massage by Celine. I wanted to share something a little different today, my experience with marketing. Honestly, I was scared of it. I kept hesitating, doubting myself, and wondering if I could really put myself out there. Then I connected with Fred Solomon, who encouraged me to just take that leap. It sounded almost too simple. Just do it, right? But I decided to push through the fear, trust the process, and give it a try. And you know what? It was really easy. I followed through, put myself out there, and since Tuesday of this week, I've already had 8 responses. So that's pretty good. For anyone else holding back out of fear, or whether it's marketing, trying something new, or stepping out of their comfort zone, I can honestly say it's worth it. Just take that step. Thank you.
So I just naturally help people because they always have mental blocks about whatever people have mental blocks about, right? You know, and here it was. You know what I told her to do? Go put a 50% discount on Nextdoor. Well, this video was done on September 27th. Today is the 30th. She's gotten another 8 responses. She's gotten like 16 new clients from a simple little post that I helped her write. She wrote it, she sent it to me. I'm like, change this and change that. And she changed it, she posted it. She's gotten 16 clients from it in like a week.
Wow.
You know, this is not rocket science, the stuff that we're doing. But obviously, she's a massage therapist, so that's a more, but she freaking helped me with my pinched nerve. I couldn't even sleep at night. And it was I still have numbness on the right outer edge of my leg. I still have the numbness, but at least I'm able to sleep through the night. And it was just getting a massage, and now I'm waiting for the darn doctor appointment. But you see, you help people, just help them. And then the only thing I do is just say, hey, can you do a little video for me of what it was like, how it worked out for you? And then Josh did one for me as well.
Yes, sir. Yogurt. Just want to do a quick video.
There's Josh right there. So just by helping people and doing nice things for them, they'll do nice things for you. And that these videos get me referrals for my mortgage and real estate business. So we all have enough knowledge to go out and help people market their own businesses. And we have knowledge. Share your knowledge of what you learn in this class, help other people, and get videos like this. And it's not, sometimes you have to wait a week. Oh, well, all right, I wait a week. No big deal. Who cares? It's the point of helping people, and they will give you a video and that you can share with your network. And then you become, you level up in people's minds. You level up with them. So I encourage all that. There was some really good stuff that we talked about on the call today. I know it's a little bit past 9 o'clock, but I want to thank everybody. If you need to get a hold of Gina, Gina, she'll help you guys with your Google stuff, any marketing stuff that you're doing. She'll help you with that. And, we have a lot of people in the, Scott will help you with the Go High Level stuff. We're all here to help each other. And thank you everybody for wanting to help and sharing. Look at Daniel was saying something. Hey, Michelle, did you think about this? And then everybody was just helping Michelle there for about 10 or 15 minutes, right? Because people want to help each other. And other people were jumping in. Scott, Daniel, Gina, right? We're all here to do that. So good kudos to all of us for wanting to help each other. And let's continue this next week, and we'll continue doing it and go out and get some videos and go out and help other people, because we all have the knowledge to do that.
Take care, everybody. Have a great week. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate you all so much.
Thanks, Michelle.
Bye, guys.
Did we get everybody's question? Oh, okay. All right.
Have a good one, everybody.
All right.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.
Good call.
All right. See you guys.
Right.
See ya.
Doodles.